Good morning, America. I'm Jack Wilson, and today on PML News, we're interviewing.
Howard Baker, private first class Marine Corps pilot.
It is our honor to have you here today. First of all, tell us, were you drafted or did you decide to enlist?
I enlisted the day after Pearl Harbor. I really felt my country needed me, and I really felt the need to join the Marine Corps and go out there and serve my country.
Okay. Tell us a little about your experience at World War
My experience at World War II started at boot camp. I spent a couple years after high school. Then I enlisted. So it really started in Parris Island, South Carolina. And then shortly after, I went to school to become a pilot within the Marine Corps. And at my first tour duty, I was shot down at the Battle of Coral Sea, and that's when things kind of took a turn for the worse.
Okay, you were shut down, and then what happened? You made it, obviously. So
Yeah, so obviously I made it. I spent maybe about 3 or 4 days, just out there stranded in the ocean. There was about maybe 4 other Marines with me, and I'd say, yeah, about 4 days. There was a Japanese ship that, kind of, I guess I wouldn't say rescued, but I'd say captured, and took us over to a POW camp. And
where was this POW camp?
it was in the Pacific Rim. I'm not exactly sure where it was. It's over there down by, the Philippines and all of that, Japan, around there. And then I'm not really sure where it was, but really, it wasn't a good experience at all. Being a POW is never nice. Not only, are you separated from your family for a very long time. I spent about 8 years away from my family. But, I think what's worse than the physical torture is the mental torture that's brought upon you. Just having to hear everybody, all the Marines suffer, and having to see all your fellow Americans and allies, go through the pain that they're going through.
Did you suffer any physical damages during the war? I mean, during the POW camp?
Yeah, actually, I have a little, my pinky, but I would say I got it pretty easily. I got off pretty easy. A lot of people lost more than just a finger. They lost a leg, an arm, you name it.
So until what year were you on the POW camp?
I was at the POW camp until 1949, I want to say, until the Geneva Convention.
So yeah, what happened in 1949?
Well, yeah, the Geneva Conventions, it was an organization by the Allies. It was started in Switzerland and was enforced through all the Allies and onto the Axis powers, which helped liberate POW camps and helped regulate the treatment of POWs. So I think it was maybe April-ish or some March until when the American troops came in and they liberated me and the whole camp from there. So.
Okay, so we're sitting today in San Diego. It's 1952. 3 years later, how are you feeling? What are you doing?
Well, I'm back to my regular life in Oklahoma. I live in Stillwater, and I have a farm. So I've kind of gone back to being my regular self. I've started a family, but I think it's still hard. I think obviously what you see and what you experience in the war and in the POW camps, it leaves a mark on you, and it's something that's not easy to get past. But besides that, I think that I've made tremendous strides in going back to my regular self. But I really don't think that I'll ever be back to being the same person that I was before going to war.
All right, thank you for your time, Mr. Baker. And I think
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
I'm Jack Wilson, and that's PML.